What it do, YouTube? What's up? It's your boy Ty here, back with another video. Welcome. I'm glad to return. I'm glad to be in front of y'all again once more and again. Let's go ahead and get into this video, man. If you are new here to the channel, welcome. If you are returning to the channel, what's up? And to my new viewers, anybody who is in the gun community, into the two-way community, lifestyle, menswear, development, all that wrapped up into one, this is the channel for you. So if you like any of that stuff, or some of this stuff might be intriguing to you, go ahead, stick around, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post a new video, because we got more videos on the way, baby. Let's get it. If you like today's video and you think it's somewhat helpful, go ahead, hit that like button as well. What that does is push out that video so more people can see the content and just hear the message. So let's get into today's video, baby. Let's go. Today, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, we are talking about, it's Saturday, and I just felt like I had to make this video because you know, it's one of those things where it's like I feel like I had to make this video because I wanted to share and just kind of just be somewhat of a pillar to somebody who might not just be in the best, you know, emotional or mental, you know, mindset right now, or state, and you know, they kind of might just need just a little bit of push and a little bit of motivation. So this is partially why I wanted to just spread this message and share this message with y'all. What motivates you? What motivates you? And so first thing that comes to mind for me is just like, what is motivation? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is motivation? And what it boils down to basically in essence is just what the reasons a person is doing in particular, how a person is essentially moving in a particular way, like what they're doing, you know what I mean? So when I think of motivation, it's like, I think of, you know, somebody who is determined to reach an end goal, determined to reach or feel a certain type of way, like they are determined to get that end result, you know, minus whatever. So motivation for me, when I think about it, it's like motivation is like something that a lot of us all have. Now, given you might not always have that motivation, but you do have it, you know what I mean? You get out of bed, God forbid, you know, if you are blessed enough to see another day, you are going to get out of bed, and that's going to be motivation just right there in itself. Motivation is something that it drives us to keep going, right? Where you may not realize it or not, you might not be to your maximum as far as like motivation. You might not be fully motivated, but you're motivated in some way, shape, or form because you are essentially acting on something and you're moving in a particular way. So but motivation, you know, for me, you know, I wanted to spread this message because it's big. You know, it's hard sometimes, you know, we're not always motivated to, you know, to go the extra mile, whatever it may be. You might be at the gym, you might not even be able to, I'll rewind that, you might not even get to the gym, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where that motivation kicks in. Like, yeah, you might have enough motivation to, you know, get up and go to your job every day, or if you're a business owner, you might be running a business, but the motivation to do other things, I think for me, like when I look at it, that's when it really matters. That's when it really matters. Like when you're not motivated to like do something, like when you want to do something that you know, something that needs to be done. For instance, like I don't like doing laundry. I like doing I don't like doing laundry. And what I mean by that is, it's cool. Like I'll do the easy part, and I'll put the dirty laundry into the washer and dryer, but then folding it and putting it away is just a big chore for me. So I have to find that right motivation. So with all that being said, being understood, like what motivates you. So I'll tell you, you know, sometimes for me, even it's tough because I have to find that little tick, you know. Sometimes you just have to find that little tick. And so for me, I have to find that little piece, that little thing that just kind of just flips the switch for me. And then that's when it just grinds those gears, and those gears start turning. And it's like, okay, I can continue doing what I need to do and get it done, because this is what made it, you know what I'm saying? This is what made me want to continue to keep going and to continue to keep moving this particular way to reach that end goal. And so for me, it's like having that in the back of your mind, like it could be whatever, you know. So some examples that have kind of helped me is just like, you know, thinking of certain family members, and or thinking of that, you know, like, hey, like, how am I changing? What can I do to get to that end goal? So this is what I need to be. I need to stay motivated. And it's hard. It's hard because it truly, I mean, we're human at the end of the day. So it could be tough because you might not just really want to just do that certain thing, but like if you can just keep those things in your mind. I know I'm kind of retracting, but just remember that for me, like, so for me, you know, I'm just really just making those notes in my head, like, okay, this is what motivates me, where I want to be at in a year, you know, how do I want to increase my finances, you know, how do I want to level up physically, you know. So keeping those things in the back of my mind is what continues to try to just keep those gears turning and turning and turning. So one thing I would encourage for y'all to do is like sit back and just, you know, you might need to write some things down and just be like, okay, these things motivate me. This right here, this essential thing right here drives me to move forward. Like this certain thought or this certain memory with this certain person continues to just keep those gears going. So you know, you always need to push, you know, not everybody, you know, and it might be somebody who is around you who might be, you know, like, you know, motivating, you know, that's why you want to really have like a good circle and a good group of circle. And that's another video that we could talk about as far as like a circle and people you surround yourself with, because that's truly important as well. But to get back onto the topic, you know, you might have a certain person who is motivating to you, you know, who they could just like their energy just exudes motivation, and you get around them and you're like motivated to be even better. So you just, you know, you're just like this, you know, this is y'all and y'all just going forward. And so it's just one of those things where even that little bit right there can just propel you to the next thing and to the next thing and to the next thing. So for me, it's like, find that person, you know, find that person, find that certain podcast, or find that certain YouTuber that you listen to. You might come back to my channel and you know, when you're feeling like you might not want to continue going, or like something that you don't want to do, or go to the gym, or, you know, stick to that diet, you're gonna come back and be like, okay, like, man, I just needed that little bit, that little piece that's gonna keep me going. And that's truly all it is, because like, again, we're human and not everything is gonna be always easy. You know, that is one thing, not everything is gonna be easy. So being able to find that motivation, like what motivates you, like who do you want to be at the end of the day? Like, how do you want to be remembered? I think that's probably one of the biggest things that motivates me is like, how do I want to be remembered? You know, like, what am I doing on a daily basis that people are going to remember me for? Like, oh, I remember that guy, Tyus, man. He was always like trying to he was always like reading. He was always like trying to learn. He was always trying to grow. He was always trying to figure out a way to do more. He was always in the community, you know, whatever. I'm not trying to be boastful or I'm just giving off examples. Like people, I think what motivates me is most, you know, people, I want people to be like, man, like that guy's just different. Like he's just different. You know what I mean? So dare to be different, you know, dare to be different. So with that being said, what motivates you? You know, I guarantee you, you know, you can find one thing. I guarantee you can find one thing that is going to motivate you. Write it down, look at it, keep it in the back of your head. And, you know, when you're feeling down, just think about like, man, like, man, this can actually keep me going. Like I can keep going. And there's nothing wrong with taking little breaks and stuff, because we all have to, but I think that you have to keep in mind that, yeah, it's going to be tough. Like I said earlier, it's going to be tough, but at the end of the day, you know, only you can push you. So even if, you know, whatever the situation may be, you know, only you can push you. And that's something I've had to really just think about and just really kind of tap in and zone in within myself and just be like, okay, this is what motivates me, and this is how I'm going to use this motivation to get me to the next step. You know, obviously seeing results is motivating in itself, and I feel like that should be enough, you know, especially for some people who just don't really have that much self-confidence in themselves and things like that just being able to see some results. I guarantee you to try it. If there's one thing at the end of this video or one thing that you've learned, I just guarantee you to try it. Just try it. see what works for you, and just get back to me. You know, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what it is that you guys have came up with. So that's really kind of all I have for you. Just a little food for thought. This is your boy Ty. This is Hanging with Ty, and I know the content's a little bit different, and I wanted to bring this content to you, but I want to bring in everything that I like to do. This is Hanging with Ty, so 2A, you know, menswear, development, lifestyle, all the above, baby. This is it. This is here for you. I plan on touching a lot of audiences and trying to reach out to a lot of people and just grow this thing. What motivates you? What motivates you? This is your boy Ty, and I hope somebody kind of gathered some stuff and kind of got some food for thought, because I think it's really important to figure out what motivates you. And so with that being said, that is all I have for you today. Stay tuned for the next video. Hit that notification bell. Comment down below what motivates you. Subscribe. And it's your boy Ty. Peace.